Hi, there's Bernie back again. So we're going to try something a little bit different today again. What we have here is a 5.3 that I'm going to be putting in the daughter's truck. Actually blows up the first engine. So anyway, as you can see, right here, all the bolts are twisted off, broke off, or such. So anyway, we had to get them out. And sometimes you can clamp on them with a pair of vice grips and take them out. Most of the times, the easiest way to get them in is to, or get them out, sorry. The easiest way to get them out would be to use a welder. So, what we end up picking up is we go out to Home Hardware, the assortment of washers. These are all 3/8 washers, and they're 3/8 nuts. And it's pretty cheap. They're like 5 cents each at Home Hardware. I think the nuts are 10 or 15 cents each. So what we end up doing is we come over here and we end up either one or two. We end up putting the washer on first and welding the washer to the stud, and then if it's tough, we'll weld the nut on to the washer, so it gives us lots of grip on. So the thing is, if it doesn't come out the first time, as you keep on doing it, you'll end up building up more heat, and actually the heat will help it come out as well. Like there are times when you can just take the nut and put the nut on it, weld the back of it and back it out. But a lot of times that don't always happen. So I got this head here. They're all stuck out a little ways, and I want to show you how to get the flush mount ones out too. We have some that are broke off flush in another cylinder head I have here. So we get started at that now, and we'll show you how to take some out. So what we're going to do right now, start off, you take your hammer, give it a few little taps. Alright. So what I end up doing, we'll probably just put the nut onto it and just have a little weld on that and see if how that happens. Okay, so I've been looking for a welding helmet for the last 10 minutes. What we're going to do now, when the nut is on, I'm just going to weld onto the stud here. The whole washer idea behind it originally, you're welding the washer on so you get the back here tighter. Whereas if you put it on here, you may just take off the back of the stud. So let's have a look at it dry. Also helps turn the gas on. Here we go. Okay, so it's nice and red right now. Put the socket on right away, or you just try your vice grips. All you're not doing when you put it tight. And you have wiggle them, and you'll turn out. So he's out. So all we would do after this, before we put this in, we chase the threads and just make sure that they're clean and lubricate them anyway. So now we have to take them all out. Not that I'm going to show a video of taking all the studs out on each side. I mean, that's only not too exciting. But I'll show you how we do the washer one, and this as well. And I'm also going to go up and get a cylinder head that won't break completely off flush. I was kind of hoping one of these would break off flush, so I could just use this head that's actually at the engine stand. Anyway, I'll show you what we do here now. So this is another way we do it. And the ones that are broke off flush, that's what you end up doing when you dig it in. You put the washer in, you weld that to it. But for right now, I'm just going to weld this washer on and show you the other way we get them out. Okay, so he's on there now. Good and hot. We put that on like that, so we fill up the inside of welding and we go around the outside with welding as well. They're the ones for the top ones. So I'll just stick it on now. Okay, maybe enough room to get around this, so we'll try with the ratchet this time, and he's going to go too, so working back and forth a little bit. You see how he helps. This one is tight. Alright. Okay, so I'll do one more, and this one I'll do a bit of a close-up show anyway. And I will actually use the washer on this one as well. So here we go in, you put the washer on, and I'll fire the welder up. You will put this down there. It's been a few minutes since I've been down here, so. So we'll take a little look. As you can see, she's glowing pretty good there, and it's welded. The washer is welded completely onto the nut, or the stud, I should say. So now we'll put the bolt in there. And while we don't have to weld the nut completely around, but either way you look at it, the more welding you put onto it, the more heat it's going to put into it, which will make it come out easier. So we'll weld the center, and then we'll go around the outside. So okay, so there we go. We see it again there, and it's It's glowing pretty good there. Should be able to get the ratchet on this one again. Or the voice strips, whatever's handier. Which one of the voice strips are handier at the moment? See, she's still a little hard turning. So that's how you continue on getting that out. So I did pick another cylinder head up, and the cylinder head that I have, it's another LS cylinder head as well, and the bolt is broken completely out flush. So I'll show you that there now in a second, and take a peek at it. So what we have here if you can see, you can see right here, this bolt is completely broken off. It's way down. It's way down in the cylinder head. So you can see there's a little bit rusty. So we're going to do the same thing now. The only thing is I'll get a screwdriver to hold the washer onto the stud, and then we'll do the same thing. We'll fill the center up with welding, then we'll weld the nut on again. So I'll move the camera back a little, and we'll do that now in a second. So just saying, with this bolt is broke off in here, this is probably as bad as you're going to get. There's nothing there to get it. And just to say again, there's times you got to do this 4 or 5 times. It doesn't always come out the first time. So we'll move the camera back a little bit there, and I'm going to see if we can weld the washer on it. The washer like so, and hold it. So, as you see, as we move the camera and have a look. So we have the washer laid onto it, fill the hole up pretty good into it. So you got to remember, it's only held down there a little bit. So we'll lay the bolt on, or the nut onto it now, and we'll weld that on, and see if it'll come out. Sometimes it feels like it's turning and it's just twisting the welding off, but this one is actually coming out. And there you have it. So if you look at the, it looks like a bolt now, actually, doesn't it? But that's how you get them out. And you can see there's only a bit of soot on it. The interesting part with that, I have a 6-liter in my truck, and anyway, we've had them like this with the exhaust manifold onto it, and I've actually taken them with the exhaust manifold bolted on, and under in the mornings when you start it up for the first time, the vehicle will be your exhaust tick coming out of it. So anyway, almost every time I've done it now probably 3 times. Didn't replace the gaskets, didn't take the manifold off, let the manifold on here, the stud was broke off here, and the back 2 cylinders at least 3 times. I've had the truck like 11 years, and I've welded the washer on the outside, or laid it up against the outside of the exhaust manifold, welded onto the piece of the bolt that stuck out, and I actually done the same thing, backed them out, and took the stud out, put another bolt back into it, tightened it up, not replacing the gasket, not taking the manifold off it, and it worked just fine. So I forgot a exhaust manifold there. Have a check. If I have one handy, I'll see if I can lay one bolted onto the head, and I'll show you what you use that. Okay, so back again. We look at it, and I just hauled the exhaust manifold off here, and if you can see it, I'll put the camera over here. So if you can see it, what we have here is the bolt is broke off flush. So put an angle down here. Bolt broke off flush. Now if this was in your truck, what I do is I take the inner fender liner out, and you can access this here. And as again, like I said, you have to be careful because you don't want to catch your truck on fire, and sometimes it's a good idea to disconnect the electrical system out of it. But anyway, this is what I do. It's in the truck now, start up early in the morning, and you hear an exhaust tick. He looks at the bolts and finds out, oh, the one is missing in the back. So rather than take off the whole manifold, all the gaskets, it's only leaking because most times as the truck warms up, the tick goes out of it. But eventually it's going to get worse and worse and worse, and you need to replace it. So as you notice, when it heats up, the noise is gone. Cylinder head and this expanded, closed up the gap, and it was enough. But when you look at it, you're probably going to see soot around this area. So yeah, so that's what you do. So we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to take this washer, lay that washer on there, going to weld a nut onto the washer, and we're going to pull it out. So I'll back the camera up a little bit, and we'll see if we can get it on. We'll turn the weld around. It happens naturally. Like I said, there's nothing sticking out there for to hold it out. So I'm gonna get it. Sounds like these 3 hands. And we drop it. Okay, so as you can see, yeah, it's pretty hot there. And see if we can get an on and lay the nut onto it. So put the nut on there like so. Lots of heat in there. And as I say, this don't always work the first time. Because sometimes I take the studs out of these, I've had to weld onto them 8 or 9 times. This what you want. All you have. Looks like he's going to come. I'll shut the welder off for a minute. Get rid of the noise. So, show this bolt. Looks like a screw onto the front part of the head. And I just drove it. And there you have it. Screw come out, weld it onto it. We blow it out for now. And how you do this is on your truck now. You just go get another, I think it's an M6 or an M8. Looks like it's an M8. Another bolt, and just put like a bolt and washer onto it. Put it back in there and tighten it up, and that'll do it. There's a look there in there now, closer. You can see it's gone. So that's how you do that. That'll get rid of the ticking noise out of your truck. So that's 3 ways that you can get the studs out of them heads. So again, the beauty about it is a lot of aluminum heads. The bolts come out of them pretty easy. The air pulling crack off a lot of studs. I know, like I said, that's again my 6 litre. And every 5.3 or 6 litre or whatever we get here, or 4.8 litre, if you get them either out of the junkyard or you buy them out somebody, almost always their studs broke off in the heads. But they're not hard to take out. That's the beauty of it. Again, like I said, this is I think it's an 862 casting. I think it's a 5.3 litre cylinder head. 2001 or 2002, somewhere around here anyway. But all the LS heads are pretty good, so it works well. So here we go. This is the cylinder head again, and how good you can see the threads in there, the focus or whatever. Well, again, he took them out. Took them out, thread sock them out in one piece, and it didn't damage anything inside of here. So it's the easy way to do it with a welder. Of course, there's people that would drill them out, tap them. There's people that'll drill them out and use one of them screw extractors onto them. And there's multiple ways to do it, but this is one that works for me, and this is the way I've been doing it now for quite a while. So until next time, this is Bernie, and we'll see you then.